I don't know if it's the drugs. Not supposed to go anywhere dry, but we'll see about later. I want to get oil. I think it's time. See how these barnacles come off. Such a beautiful day. I can't see inside all fucking day. Alright, welcome back. It is time to scrape some barnacles off of this baby. As you can see, there's a few of them, which is ironic because the doctor gave me some drugs because I had some barnacles of my own and had my own procedure to get them removed. Unfortunately, it was a little easier to get the barnacles removed out of me and versus scrubbing them off this boat, because this is quite more manual and I had to be awake for it. Oh, it's cracked too. You know, 20-year-old hull, we'll replace that shit. All new through holes to the list. Remember when I said watch out for that one? Yeah, so apparently these things are just breaking right off. I just touched this one and this thing just... That one's got a crack in it too, not as bad, but alright. Those are plastic. These are kind of plastic too, but no cracks. That's some shit. That's some shit we're gonna want to fix. Just when you think you're doing good, you look from underneath. Oh shit. Oh, I thought I was doing good over here. They really liked it down there. The bolt's even gone. There's something that's a little strange. I definitely noticed this zinc that's on whatever this is. But, you know, definitely does not look like it should. Like a bolt, like the color of these bolts over here. So that zinc was a little funny. And down here, looking low, cleaning, you can see these bolts are funny color. And then, look over here by the oil level fill or whatever, this top layer started coming off. So like, there was like an oxidation layer on top of all of these guys. So I'm wondering if it's from the electrical currents that's going through the water when the batteries and stuff were shorting out. Yeah, so even on the bolts, see like a layer. Because on the batteries, this one. Yeah, see, just a layer. Wild. See, because on the batteries, the other terminal, the positive terminals burnt to shit. And the negative terminals grew that same kind of layer on them. See, look, this one actually grew some shit. So some weird stuff goes on when your boat sinks and your batteries are shorting out. It toasted this locker. Let me show you the locker one time while I'm shooting all this stuff. I got one of the good batteries that was in there to not get toasted. But yeah, I got some other footage of this locker. You can see it's toasting here. So something weird happens with your electrical system when you sink your boat. Finally fixed some starter problem on my truck, I think. Looks good though. Put a couple 100 miles on it since I put the spacers on, nothing fell off. Truck's been having trouble starting. Tried to drive it for a while. I got some oil, an oil filter. $100 for that shit right there. But I'm not gonna do that right now. You know, so I can stay satisfied. I'm actually gonna try to clean the boat. You know, that'll help me stay focused. So I'm prepped and ready to go, but the first thing I want to do is cut some trees down. I mean, not just cut them, just try to clear up a little bit. There we go.
Pretty good. Should take this one out. Oops.
Oh man, now my boat's a mess. All this is from the hurricane, or most of it. I don't know what that is, like a backer plate or something. Is that a map? Oh, look at how fishy is. Catch some of those one day. Yeah, looks like a lot of shit floated away in the hurricane. I'm surprised it didn't have standing water in it. Alright, so the first step of cleaning your hurricane salvage boat that was basically sunk in a hurricane is to get all the shit out of it. So however you can, just start grabbing it, just start throwing it out of the boat. You don't need this stuff in the boat. You know, it didn't come with the boat. The hurricane put it there, or maybe I put it there when I trimmed the trees. But yeah, just get all that crap out of the boat any way you can. So first step, grab what you can, throw that shit on the ground. Look in here. Still quite a mess in here. A lot of dirt. Open that all up. Clutter, gunk, cables. What a mess. Oh shit, I need to dig this out. Oh. Maybe that's for the door. No. Shook. That could be a fucking fish well or anything, man. I'm just gonna put a piece of fucking. Oh, this is so awesome. Alright, step 2 here. You just got to start blowing. Just make sure you go into the hatch and you look straight down into it with your eyes closed, because if you've ever launched anything out of a bucket with a blower, you know it's coming right in your face. Definitely don't want that to happen. So just close your eyes. And yeah, hit the whole boat. Just launch everything else still. You know the goal. Just keep getting the crap out of the boat. Whatever it is, anchors, parts and pieces. Just blank slate. We need to clean this baby up. Did you guess the next step? It was suck. Grab that shop vac and just start sucking everything. Every hole, every piece of dirt. Just get deep. Just all the way in there, everywhere you can. And just keep going, because there's a lot of crap in every crevice on a boat when it's practically sank. So you got to get all those crevices. Start sucking. You know how it is, some spots, especially on a 19-foot boat, it's hard to get to. So make sure you get elbow deep in there, maybe shoulder deep if you can. It's not easy to access all these spots, but you got to suck everything as much as you can. Diving underneath the console here, trying to get all the debris out. You can start to see some of the water lines were definitely about mid-height up inside the console. So this thing was definitely sunk pretty well, or had a lot of water inside of it, and obviously brought a lot of debris in, and then it sat for a while. So as I'm poking around in here, I realized, oh crap, I'm messing real close around all these wires, and you know, I did have the battery still hooked up, so Let me jump back there real quick and unhook that battery. That way I just feel a little bit better about screwing around and literally yanking on everything as I try to clean the boat up. So I thought that was a good move to just disconnect the battery to make sure you don't accidentally cause any problems underneath of there with all those freaking wires. Why are there so many wires?
No, this spot right here. This spot is good.
Jumping back under the console, trying to get all the crap out. You know, you gotta blame the equipment because you're trying to suck up a bunch of leaves and sticks and stuff through a tiny shop vac, and it gets clogged up. So just start grabbing stuff with your hands instead might be the right idea, and then come back with the shop vac on the smaller stuff. But yeah, freaking shop vac getting clogged up. So just start grabbing it with your hands, and then maybe your shop vac will work better.
There's some nuts in there too. The hook plug. Thing was sleeping on the lift, just charging. But yanked off.
Alright, come on, stop playing with it. Figure out what the problem is, man. There's nothing clogged in there. It's got to be at the inlet of the vacuum. That's it. Now you're talking. Dig that shit out of there. Alright, now we're good to go. Alright, now she's sucking good. Pull me out. This thing's a mess in here. Look how you're supposed to work in here. Like, that's pretty rough for me. Fuck. Ew. It's on the ocean floor. Oh no. I need something. Ew, I'm gonna need to figure this out. Alright, so I did my initial sucking over the light. I can see anything. Oh man. Definitely explains why I was dripping for days. Stuff. Alright, after seeing all that crud in there, I stuck my camera down in here so I can get a closer look. Obviously, I've got a light attached to my GoPro and it's streaming live to my phone, which is pretty handy to stick down in there and inspect stuff inside the hull. So just gonna give a quick walk around so we can see what's going on and maybe see all the things we need to fix. But first of all, the things that we gotta clean. I mean, there's so much junk in here. I mean, just leaves just blown in here probably after the fact, but still it's pretty dirty. Maybe that's a water line right there on that pipe chase that has the cables going through it. And why is there a transducer just floating inside? But it's a mess in there. So let me show you this GoPro rig as I come out here because it worked out pretty well. Interesting. Glad I made this crazy rig. Now you can really see what I'm talking about. Mud up in here. Watch, this is clogged. This man. Alright, so now we're on to what I like to call the flush and poke, where we just start flushing and poking and trying to get all the crap to come out the back hole here. So that's a real technical way to do it. You know, like a flush your motor, I guess you gotta flush out your hull once you sink your boat in a hurricane. So this is the step. I think next we're gonna get a little soapy. Making up a green goo here. Spray all over whatever I can get it on. I think it's full. Get this guy. Bam, bam. Down that hole right there. You know, that's the idea. Just keep squirting. Just squirt it all and hope for the best. Holy crap, it's almost like we're getting somewhere. Look at all this junk that came out of the bilge. Yeah. And it filled my sidewalk with junk and slime. Pressure wash the whole sidewalk now. Look how much junk that is. That was gonna sink on the bottom. Alright, another peek on the inside after all that flush and poking, and still some crap down in here, but most of the goo is washed out. It's all over my sidewalk now. So that's partially completed, but still a long way from getting everything out of here, but there's only one little hole, so it's gonna take some time. Time to start blasting. Hours later. Okay, I just mean the next day. So it's dried up a little bit. Walk around, see how my cleaning job did, and yeah, obviously there'll still be some gunk and crud stuck in all these nooks and crannies. This is where you're gonna see that the boat actually is cleaning up pretty well. Look at that. That's not a bad looking boat. But nooks and crannies, like I said, this thing is gonna be like an English muffin. This whole next round of cleaning, you gotta focus on those nooks and crannies. Peek in here, not too many in these nooks and crannies, but check out the spot where these cooler mounts are. Pressure wash the whole deck, pull something off the deck. Look at all this junk underneath of here. Oh my god. The whole boat must have looked like that at one point, but it's all hidden, so nooks and crannies are up next. I kept finding these little green balls. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but these little green balls are weird. They're all over and everything. It's like they floated in the tidal line during the hurricane or something. I look like something out of potting soil or fertilizer mix. I don't know. What do you guys think? Made my sawed off pressure washer handle here, and I can get it into the bilge and actually blast a little bit higher pressure water with soap and additives up inside. Hopefully continue to wash everything out, but it was a good idea, I think. Dang, Carl, got enough shit in your yard? Alright, just kidding. Okay, yeah, there's shit everywhere because I have too many projects going on at the same time, all the time. But I gotta focus on this one, so it's time for a spray. What? I said spray! God damn it. These pieces of shit Clorox bottles are supposed to be better than everything else, but line it up. Come on. Alright, there we go. Alright. Spray. And then next, coming up very soon, is going to be the scrub. But first, we got to spray everything. Because pressure washing and getting in all the nooks and crannies, it takes a lot more elbow grease. So you just got to freaking keep going. Cleaning of a hurricane sunk boat and trying to get all the crap out of the hull, I think it's officially a never-ending project. So just keep at it, keep scrubbing, keep spraying. Spray.
Yeah.
Alright, you really gotta scrub like you mean it, and just go, scrub, make sure you got some good music on so you can keep up with the beat, because you know there's gonna be some headbanging involved when you just gotta do this much scrubbing. Alright, in all seriousness, I really appreciate everyone who's left me comments every now and then and says, what the hell are you doing? Can we get an update on the boat? So here's the update. It's a lot of work to clean up your hurricane sunk boat, so appreciate everyone sticking around. Please continue to stick around, work with me here. I became important at work, and it's ruining my life. It's taking up so much of my time that my weekend projects and editing video, as the most part, has gone to the wayside, but I'm going to get back to it. and try to see if you guys want to continue to follow along and enjoy the ride with me. So stick around. I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, as you can see. But posting online has been a little slow, so I'm catching up. Please stick around, like and subscribe, and send me comments, talk some shit. You know, first hurricane sunk boat I've ever had, and it's gonna be a fun, wild ride. So stick around. I'll see you in the next one. Look forward to that oil change.